next on the INC Giving Show.
I'm reading your t-shirts, and you're saying that giving is really important and give. I don't know anybody else that does this. This makes a huge statement about who you are.
I think that you can see the light through the students. Those that have Jesus in their lives, you can always tell, and it's a really positive thing.
The right education is an invaluable tool today, a responsibility provided by only selected few. Join us as we honor the teachers working to improve the world of tomorrow and hear stories of impact firsthand from the youth they influence. Welcome to the INC Giving Show.
A little goes a long way when we join together. It's more than enough when we show our love. It's alright to make a change. The future's not so far away. There's hope, there's light. If we open our eyes, this is our chance.
Most of us are blessed to have had at least one person who's changed our lives, who gave us hope and help, who raised our sights and standards. And for many of us, most especially in our youth, that one person's most likely a teacher. And so in honor of their commitment to students of all ages, today we're saying thank you. Through Teacher Appreciation Days at sites across the US and Australia, volunteers of the INC Giving Project have taken time to remember the educators that helped shape our lives and work each day to help shape our future.
We have our helpers here, bringing you your supplies.
Offering teachers more than just an apple, giving them a piece of our appreciation. Song, spoken word, and celebrations of all kind were used to put a spin on the traditional classroom and allowed teachers to play the role of students to learn one lesson, just how much they're worth.
Thank you so much for thinking of us teachers.
And to give a helping hand to those who have always willingly given theirs. Let's hear from educators themselves as to why teaching is a direct extension of parenting, a responsibility that in turn has really become a gift.
I have been a coach for over 10 years, and I always loved working with kids. And there's just a joy of, seeing them, having fun and doing, things they like, made me actually want to become a teacher.
Mr. Howard is among a few teachers who took the time out of their evening to support a student of theirs and accepted the invitation for a night focused entirely for them. Mr. Howard may not have started as an educator, but his interest in the well-being of youth certainly drew him closer into the classroom.
It's not actually my first profession, which actually I'm a structural engineer. I think that teachers help to mold children along with their parents. So, the joint effort between parents and teachers, will definitely help to make the better child.
The Teacher Appreciation Nights, organized by youth in the New York boroughs, gave Mr. Howard and other educators a chance to feel special.
It's a great event that we have for the teachers, and to show the appreciation that you guys have for teachers and what we stand for and what we bring to our society, and to be a change agent.
Teachers help you, teachers teach you. I like my teacher, I hope they like me.
But not just for one night. Rather, a whole lifetime worth of nights they've devoted to to their students.
It's a difficult job to perform it in New York City, but by God's grace, He give me the strength every day to get up and to take on, what He called me to do. And any student that willing to learn, I'm willing to teach them.
I love teaching because I love to make a difference in students' lives. So I'm very fortunate that I had a job for my whole life that I love to do. And I've been teaching for more than 50 years, and that's a long time.
And in the end, there's really only one reward that inspires teachers to stay in the classrooms and in the lives of children.
I would have to say the interpersonal relationships with the students. Academics are everything, yes, but I think when you have a certain rapport with your students, it becomes so much more rewarding.
But the only fulfillment we get is when we see our students growing up to be fine gentlemen or ladies and, practicing their faith, living a good life. That's the greatest reward that we see.
I like my teacher because, whenever I have problems, he helps me.
She's nice. Oh, I know, because they have the 4 plus 4, 2 plus 1. I like that work, that's why. They give me work on the table.
Because she's very nice to us and she always helps us when we need it.
I like her because she teaches me stuff I don't know yet. I like her because she teaches me good stuff. And I like my teacher because she helps me.
He's making it the best school year in the 4 to 5 years at school.
She listened to me and she was always there for me. She helped me out in all my subjects. She was really nice. I just loved her.
He was always teaching us lessons of what to do and what not to do, and really helped us out.
What stood out for me about him was not just the classes, but also in the football practices. It wasn't just because of winning or doing what you have to do for schoolwork, or it's just doing things right for your future.
I'd say my favorite teacher is my mom, because she's the one that teaches me throughout my whole life. She's the one that guides me everywhere I go, and every decision that I make.
Because she is nice.
Because they teach me a lot of things, not only about education, about life too.
She taught me basically not just the language, but how to properly go to college.
She's so chill.
When she tries to prove a point, she tells us anecdotes about her life, and then we get to understand her more. If I can teach you, teacher.
I teach you how much more
You have accomplished.
I will show you the seeds
You planted years ago.
That are now coming into bloom.
I'd reveal to you the young minds
That have expanded under your care. The hearts that are serving others.
because they had you as a role model.
If I could teach you, teacher,
I show you the positive effects you have had on me and my life. Your homework is
To know your value to the world.
to acknowledge it, to believe it.
Thank you, teachers!
Welcome back to INC Giving. We're taking time today to show a little appreciation to educators who've devoted their time and their lives to encouraging the future leaders of tomorrow.
There's registration.
Cannonball!
The young volunteers of the INC Giving Project led the way in inviting their teachers for the evening of appreciation.
Hi, my name is Ashley Guanzon. I go to this elementary school and I invited my teachers.
Yes, I am Kathy Schoon and I teach kindergarten at Pioneer Elementary School, and Paris Nerona invited me to come.
But more than an invite, they played a big role in making the evening a night to show their teachers just how much they mean to them. From the moment they stepped out of their cars, each teacher could already feel the love that the event aimed to convey.
Well, I'm so honored that you have invited me to Teacher Appreciation Day.
I was telling the family that I felt the love of God from the moment that I pulled into the parking lot.
Teacher Appreciation Day is a project led by the youngest of INC Giving volunteers to help their educators carry a load far too heavy for only a few.
It's getting tougher and tougher and tougher to be a teacher, and we do feel less appreciated. Education, the way education is today, it's all your responsibility, and I do feel a responsibility, but it's just a heavy load.
Teachers were treated to VIP seats, studio photos, and an evening of entertainment showing them just how special they really are. At the end, each teacher was also given school supplies to help them in their classrooms. And so even if the event was just for a few hours, the event left many of those who attended with a feeling that they were not alone in the work they do.
I'm reading your t-shirts, and you're saying that giving is really important. And I don't know anybody else that does this. This makes a huge statement about who you are. As a church, sometimes you see a church, and it's beautiful, and your building is beautiful, but you wonder what really happens on the inside. And it's only through doing programs like this that you define who you are, and you make a statement about who you are, and you back up what you say.
I am in awe of how much you have given to us, how much you have expressed your warmth and your love. And at this time of the year, where it's towards the end of the year and teachers are feeling a bit tired, this has just rejuvenated me to just finish out the school year just like this.
As we've seen today, teachers play a big role in motivating us in our own education. But these teachers also had their own source of inspiration that brought them into their noble profession.
You know, I wanted to be able to help the kids. They can't always make decisions for themselves, and we need to get them going in the right direction so that they have the skills to make those decisions.
Well, my mom is a teacher. I have aunts who are teachers. I have some of my favorite teachers that have inspired me to become a teacher. When I first graduated high school.
And I had one teacher in particular that made me stay after school every single day. He told me, basically he was there to help me, and that's kind of something that I wanted to do.
With a desire to help others, these teachers are now the ones bringing inspiration to hundreds of students in Maryland each year. Inspiration that the volunteers of the INC Giving Project wanted to recognize.
When I started teaching in special,
Not only to recognize, but to appreciate.
And this is the teacher. There's always someone crying, someone making trouble.
The event brought special meaning to Gregory Galperin.
It's an opportunity for teachers, especially me as a high school teacher. Very rarely do we get the appreciation, but it's a nice surprise to have a student invite me to a thing like this. It's a very nice program you have going on, and all I can say is thank you for it.
His own struggle in school has brought him to hope for more than academic excellence for his students.
Really, I want my students to figure out who they are and what they're capable of doing.
A hope that he invests in every day he's in the classroom.
Even if they are not a straight A student, they need to be able to know what their limits are or where they're able to go with what they're learning and how they're able to use it in their everyday life, because if they can't, then I didn't do any service.
But he is not alone in his hope.
I want my kids to be able to go out in the world and say, something's not right, I want to make it better. What can I do to make their lives and other people's lives better?
Big hopes that, combined with the values learned as members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo, are moving these young volunteers to shine brightly in the classrooms.
I actually teach Allison Mojica, who is a member here. She doesn't know this, but she's really discerning. Whenever I'm having a bad day, she always comes in and steps in and gives me a little note on my desk. She gave me a poem called Perseverance that I read like every week. But I think that you can see the light through the students, those that have Jesus in their lives. You can always tell, and it's a really positive thing.
Awesome. With you, math has a whole new meaning. I'll miss you. Have a great summer. So,
stay awesome parentheses, and crazy, H.
See the sun shining in the window, time to start a new day. Can't you hear the songbirds singing? I gotta sing out loud and say that it's a
We'll be back with more INC Giving when we return. But first, let's hear from some of the students of the teachers we just met.
My favorite teacher is my Algebra 2 trig teacher. His name's Mr. Young.
Miss Brown. Miss Franco. Mrs. Hatochi.
Favorite teacher is my mom.
It's Miss Marshall.
My favorite teacher is my second grade teacher, who is Miss Hatochin. Favorite teacher are my parents. My favorite teacher is Mr. Walker at my school. Miss Cogman. My favorite teacher is my current teacher, and her name is Miss Rogers. Miss C. Brown. Mr. Sarah. Miss Burns.
Thank you very much for teaching me all these life lessons.
Thank you for helping me. Say thank you, Miss Bash, for teaching me the things I didn't know, because without you, I couldn't learn that much. I would say thank you for giving us fun times with you and teaching us how to become better. So thank you for teaching me, and without you, I wouldn't learn anything about 5th grade. Thank you for teaching me everything that you needed to teach me. Thank you for teaching me all these things.
I would say thank you for giving me homework on the weekends, because that just brightens my weekend up.
Thank you for making 2nd grade such a memorable moment.
When we invest in the well-being of our youth, we really do put value in the growth and success of our future leaders. So our support for the work of our educators is really a reward for all of us.
So it's a little easier. And the chords sound bigger as opposed to they sound bigger and open.
Let's meet someone who may not be a professional in the classroom, but is certainly teaching individuals the valuable lesson of sharing what we have.
Well, we're getting ready to play at this nursing home right now so we can enjoy the INC Giving, so we can give them joy. Right now is what I'm thinking of is making sure my kids are going to be ready to go and making sure that I am ready to go.
David has collected many titles when it came to his relationship with music. Student, musician, artist, and entertainer. And he was about to add another role to his name, teacher.
I was assigned to be able to, or actually to help the kids actually practice for Singing for a Cause. It started off really roughly, really rough, and with the little amount of children that we have at our church, it was pretty rough. But we got through it, and we made it all the way to the end. We practiced and practiced and practiced.
Early on, David could already see that his new role would bring with it its own rewards.
Just to see them having fun, doing their thing, it actually made me feel good to see how happy they were doing Singing for a Cause.
David and his students sang and performed for the residents of the nursing home. Performances that gave David a new feeling. A feeling felt by many of those in the teaching profession.
Good role model for the children of the church to to me is a very big deal. And it's a great experience, and I think if you can show them the right way, they're going to continue to be on the right path.
Teaching was a new role for David, but a role he embraced and poured his heart into each moment he led the young volunteers from Corpus Christi.
Today, all the kids sang, everybody danced. We didn't get
A new role that, without David knowing, was already impacting his young students.
Brother David is very creative and very musical. He's very talented. He's just like a big brother to all of us. He's very caring.
Individuals like David Rivera are teaching us more than the knowledge they possess, but sharing with us the power that helping others can have.
Today, we've seen the kind of impact that educators can have on our lives. So if you or someone else you know has a similar story, share it with us. We'd love to see you in action, and we'll feature your stories right here on our show. You might just move someone else into action. We hope the stories you've seen and people you've met have inspired you to give in big or small ways. It's deeply rewarding to know just what a difference you can make in someone else's life. So remember, whenever you possibly can, do good to those who need it. Thanks for watching. I'm Lois Paula. Join us again next time right here on the INC Giving Show.